What's going on, y'all? You're back. I'm your host, Paco, and you're listening to Occupy the Media. Shout out to everybody in the chat room and at RonPaulTribune.com. Again, click on the voice chat room. You can join us there. A lot of like-minded Ron Paul supporters. Okay, so we were jumping into some headlines, and I was talking about this article here, 20 signs that society is breaking down and that America has been overrun by psychos. A lot of us know this already, but it just gets confirmed every day when you read these articles. Okay, so the last one I was talking about was a 33-year-old art teacher in Arizona was recently charged with having sex with 4 of her male students. Okay, number 8, many of our major cities are turning into war zones. According to WGN, a total of 25 people were shot in a single night in Chicago recently. In Chicago, 25 people in one night were shot. It's just turning into Iraq and Pakistan out here. It's turning into Afghanistan. We have war zones out here, and a lot of Americans don't even realize that, don't even know it. And it's just going to spread and spread, and before you know it, it'll be all over. Number 9, these days, most people do not seem to care if you are pregnant. Up in Seattle, police tasered a pregnant woman 3 times after she refused to sign a ticket for a traffic violation. We reported that earlier. Let's see, what else? Number 10, down in Georgia, a police officer recently kicked a woman who was 9 months pregnant directly in the stomach. His superiors in the local police department defended his actions. I reported on this about, I think that was a week or 2 ago. They defending this. The police state is here. There's no reason to wait no more. There's no conspiracies, nothing. It's here. No accountability. No one's getting in trouble for any of this. It's so amazing. But we teach our kids that go to school, you're supposed to do the right thing. You get in trouble. You face consequences. Not if you're on Wall Street. Not if you're in the police department. Not if you're in the CIA. Not if you're a politician. Anyways, let's see. Number 11. After reading how police are behaving these days, it's hard to have much confidence in them. For example, just check out what one police officer is charged with doing in Philadelphia. A Philadelphia cop was arrested over allegations that he abducted a 14-year-old girl, sexually assaulted her, and made her watch him have sex with a prostitute. You know what? Who thinks of stuff like this? Who even sits and thinks of a scenario like this? Police found Anthony Datillo, police officers, that's who thinks of this, 36, at a motel in the Bensalem area of the city Wednesday while responding to a possible abduction, according to the Bucks County Courier-Times. Datillo, a 12-year veteran of the Philadelphia Police Department, is reportedly in custody at the Bucks County Prison on $500,000 bail. But we got people that got problems with people like me, or regular citizens walking around carrying guns, but it's okay when the cops and perverts like this and killers and serial killers that are police officers walk around with guns. Oh, American citizens are fine with that. They're just okay with that. No, I'd rather my brother or sister, my neighbor that's next door in the neighborhood with me, I'd rather them carry their Second Amendment with them. Can't trust nobody. Can't trust the police or anything. So let's all make sure that we protecting ourselves. Anyway, let's see, number 12. The sexual abuse that happens to children in homes all over America each night is absolutely unspeakable. The following is one recent example from California. A Superior Court judge sentenced a man to 40 years and 8 months in life in state prison Friday for sexually assaulting an 8-year-old female relative on Christmas Eve while family members slept in other rooms. Okay, this is sick things that Americans are doing. It's got to do with the stuff we watch on TV, the stuff we hear on the radio, the examples that other perverts give us, and the food that we eat. The Monsanto, that's part of it too. Number 13, everyone knew that sickos and perverts were going to flock to the TSA so that they could legally touch people, but this is ridiculous. We just reported on this. A Catholic priest that left the ministry because of allegations of sexual abuse has been hired by the TSA and works as a supervisor at an airport in Philadelphia. What's going on with Philadelphia, man? What's going on? It's crazy. What else? Down in Arizona. One recent study found that 5.3% of all inmates in state prisons have had sexual encounters with prison staff. Number 15, down in Arizona, authorities recently removed dozens of cats from a home of an elderly woman for the 3rd time. 64 cats living with her. Oh, this is crazy. Things are getting bad when people are stealing from ambulances. Spotsylvania County emergency officials are working to secure drug compartments and ambulances following a recent string of thefts. Since April, 2 thefts have occurred at one rescue station and a third at another station. Morphine and other drugs were taken from locked ambulance compartments. About to start stealing everything. Take it all. Number 17, flash mobs continue to rob convenience stores all over the country. The following example from Baltimore. Quote, they went in, they started going everywhere in the store, grabbing things, and then they just run out. And I knew that they didn't buy it because they just run out. Kendra Mellison said, quote, they ran that way, then they ran that way, and the guy was trying to come out and stop them, but they couldn't because there were so many. After some kids ran away, a store manager blocked the door to keep the rest of the kids from leaving. But those kids got so mad that the door was blocked, they started punching the store manager. Quote, yes, they really started hitting that guy, and he couldn't keep getting beat on, so he eventually let them out. And then they just ran, Mellerson said. Number 18. It isn't just people on the street that are behaving like psychos. And in fact, a series of 7 scientific studies have found that upper-class people behave more unethically than lower-class people do. Number 19, as society is breaking down, more Americans than ever are taking pills to dull the pain. Why don't you smoke some weed, man? Number 20, in 2008, a majority of American voters chose to send a radical Marxist man who innocently smoked marijuana during his early adult years to the White House. In fact, according to author David Marinis, Obama and his friends smoked so much weed that they were known as the Chum Gang, or Chom Gang. Barry Obama was known for starting a few pot-smoking trends. The first was called TA, short for total absorption. To place this, the physical and political context of another young man who would grow up to be president. Let's see, what else? Along with TA, Barry popularized the concept of roof hits. When they were chewing in the car, all the windows had to be rolled up so no smoke blew out and went to waste. When the pot was gone, they tilted their heads back and sucked in the last bit of smoke from the ceiling. So, yeah, you guys can check this out at endoftheamericandream.com. Endoftheamericandream.com. 20 signs that society is breaking down and that America has been overrun by psychos. In case you didn't notice. Let's see what else is going on. Checking you guys out in the chat room here. Turn off your TV. Would you really want a lying pervert in your home? Are you guys concerned that the U.S. may occupy Syria? Yeah, it seems like we're already occupying Syria. Seems like we got rebels down there. We got our people down there. Who knows? CIA probably down there causing all this mayhem. Just so we can, offer the solution, right? Cause the problem, offer the solution. Next thing you know, we got them in our pocket. What else is going on real quick before we head to the break? At Daily Paul, a new book out on Ron Paul by Walter Block. You guys can check that out at Daily Paul. CBS News video. We might play this video tomorrow or in the next segment. See if we have time. Marines seek benefits over contaminated water. Can't even take care of our own Marines, our own military men. But people out there talking about support the troops. You know, support the troops by putting them in war zones and having them get killed. Let's see, what else? Is America going to war? Anti-Iranian propaganda in high gear. You know how they do when we're about to go to war. The media starts, drumming it up. They start preparing us, feeding us the lies. Right here it says, when America goes to war, our plans won, the media march in lockstep. Articles, commentaries, editorials, and broadcasts feature Washington handout-style journalism. Managed news, misinformation, substitutes for truth and full disclosure. Readers and viewers are deceived and betrayed. For years, Iran and Syria have been targeted for regime change. Independent governments aren't tolerated. Puppet ones are planned to replace them. Scoundrel media play leading roles. And that's why I say occupy the media, expose these media whores, make them embarrassed to step outside, and they'll self-destruct. We'll be back after the break.